Good morning, beautiful people, and welcome to our March 22nd team hangout. I love that I have all these, I look up at my calendar and I have all these plans of the posts that I was going to be putting up, and I think I've posted once on social media other than my Zumba and in my stories, because all of that is gone. And I'm like, okay, what do I post now? Just kind of spinning, right? I don't have, really, I don't have any announcements. I'm loving the free group. I think that there's a ton of really positive energy happening in there, which is awesome. And seeing people check in, seeing people comment and share their workouts and try the workouts for the first time. I had 3 or 4 people actually message me privately yesterday saying, I love the bar workout. I love the bar workout. So that was really cool to hear. One of the things that Clarissa and I have been trying to tweak and figure out for a while now is sneak peeks and info sessions, because they're just not working the way they used to. So for many, a solid year and a half, I ran an ad on Instagram. From that ad, I would get a Google form that was filled out. I would then email that person. That person would then end up in a Facebook group that was the info session. And it's just not, even the Facebook groups I'm finding aren't the same. There's not the engagement that there was. People aren't utilizing them the same. So I had already created, I don't know if any of you watched Kelsey's call on her sneak peek process using Thinkific. And I had actually started an account with Thinkific because I was originally going to, that's where the Empower Squad University is, right? It's on Thinkific. Angie's Uproar University is on Thinkific. And so I had already created an account because I was going to put that thing that I have on the website that's for clients, like the videos. I was going to post that on there, and then Sarah was going to put it on that one, and nothing's ever happened with it. So it's still on my website. So I went yesterday through it and created a super simple with videos I already have. So when I send someone the link, this is where it's going to go for them. And then when they click in, and the thing that I think is really cool about it is they actually have to sign in. They have to create an account. So if you are talking to someone on Instagram, it's free. It's not like they have to pay anything. But if you're talking to someone on Instagram, you're going to get their email address because they have to create an account on here using an email address. And so I'm totally willing to share my videos. I was looking for, here, what I'll do is just let me move this, because I just wanted to show you what it looks like for someone coming in. And then when they actually get there, I'll just do a quick run through of what they're going to see on it. I found it pretty user friendly. It's not like it was, it didn't feel like it was too much work. I definitely had to play around with a few things. I think I can show you a preview of what it would look like for someone as they, so if I go to preview course, it's not as beautiful in here as it would be on there, but this is, you guys can see this, right? Welcome. So they actually have to go through it and then click on the complete and continue. And there is a place for them to make comments that I would then see their comments. Then it would be continue. Then it takes them to our story video. And this is the one, I don't mind sharing the other 2 videos, but everyone has a different story. I really think that each person needs to make their own our story video. What we do as coaches every day, I'm more than happy to share. And then I have a quick question, were you able to go through video number 1, and did any of what we've shared about our stories resonate with you? If so, what are you most excited about, right? And then they would have to type something and confirm. And then in video number 2, we explain what we do as coaches, and for all coaches, it is recommended that we blah, 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 blah. Does a job that requires these things interest and excite you? Yes, confirm. And then, so instead of it just being like an info, so the thing with a Facebook group that always kind of threw me off is whatever post was most recently commented on would be the one that would go to the top, unless you set it up in units. And I did do 2 in units, and I've never had anyone really go through it other than coaches on the team. So it was kind of a waste of time. Then what I did is I put a bunch of like transformations, and these were all in our, so from our Instagram sneak peek, and I had made these, and these were all like the story highlights. So you guys are more than welcome to have this video too, because it's just like a run through of transformation, success story, frequently asked questions, income breakdown. Like there's nothing in particular that just relates to Clarissa or myself. This is the gratitude project that Christina put together a while ago. So that's that second part. Then we go to video number 3, which is how to get started. There's this. And then on the last one, it's before you sign off. Did you drop us a message to let us know that you were done? Yes, I emailed you at. Yes, I sent you a DM on. Yes, I sent Tamara a message on Facebook Messenger. So they click whichever one they've done, confirm, and they're done, right? So it literally walks them through step by step by step. And it didn't take that long for me to set it up. Like the videos are loading is what took the longest amount of time. So then what I'm sending people after, instead of just like sending them this link, I'm actually going to say to them when we're talking, I'm going to say, hey, I have this quick online platform that runs you through everything that we do as coaches. It takes about 35 minutes to get through. If I send you the link, when will you have time to complete it? Right? So I'm not going to send it to them until they actually have a chance to go through that. The videos that you upload, you can use YouTube videos. So if you already have something on YouTube, you can just use that video. You don't have to go and create a new one. I just think it would be really cool. I mean, especially now, everyone's home, right? We're all kind of stuck. Why not create a resource that you can use? And I don't mind, I can chuck the videos up into a Google Drive and just share the Google Drive with you guys. And then you can do your own story one, but then add the other ones. I know that Jasmine and Laura had used Google Sites, but Jasmine was having issues with getting the site to actually publish. And then the link would always say error. So it wasn't working the way it used to. We used to use Google Sites for that as just a free way to share info, create little like mini sites when a new program came out, can create a little mini site when, you know, for you guys to have like a coaching landing page kind of thing. So that would be one of my recommendations right now, because we have time, and just to have that platform to easily send to someone. It's going to take about 30 minutes to get through. If I send you the link, when will you have time to go through it, right? So I think a lot of people right now are paralyzed. That's kind of my perception of what I'm seeing and just feeling. And you know, we're sending out as much free stuff as we possibly can and supporting in as many possibly ways. But I right now feel like people are paralyzed. I feel in a week, they're going to become like, okay, I need to think of ways to make money. I need to have fitness for my whole family. And that's one of the cool things that I've been talking to people about is like, you're going to have access for you, but your husband can use it and your kids can use the workouts. And right. So it's one membership for the entire family to keep you guys all active. And you can all have, like, my kids all have Beachbody on demand, like not all of them yet, but they will. They have it on the computer logged in on my account. My daughter has it on her phone logged in on my account. So it's not like I'm logged in on my account on my computer and my phone. So it's not like there's a limit to the number of logins that you can use with your email, like your account information. So yeah, I know Shayna uses it. She uses a lot of like the yoga, the bar, those sorts of things. That's what she likes to do. So that would be my suggestion right now, is try to like make my story video, like what brought you into coaching? Why do you love it so much? I keep talking about in my stories, like, other than the fact that we can't really go anywhere and be interactive with people, like together, not much has changed for us. we work out at home, we eat well, we hop on Zoom calls, we do our personal development. Like in that sense, our lives haven't changed that much. It's the like being stuck, right? Being confined. That's the part that's shifted so much. So anyway, those are my two cents. I don't know if Clarissa, do you have anything that you want to share? Oh, Clarissa's going through caffeine withdrawal because she's on day 3 of 3-day refresh, and she's not had coffee. This is the 3rd day in a row. So she's just listening. All right, so you can hop off and we can chat and share and all of the above. I know there was, Christina actually messaged me about the team call on Wednesday that I hosted. So if you haven't had a chance to go back and watch it, please, I think you should. There's a ton of like resources that I shared, that Sarah shared. I shared under the team call the link that has, and I did that in the chat as well. I think all of you are in the chat, so it's okay. How you can create the link to the free workouts with your coach ID, right? So that's all there too. Tons of resources in there. So come off mute and fire away. Margot was on and then she disappeared. Where'd she go? Who's first? You don't even have to talk about coaching. How's life? How are you doing? How are you holding up? How's your mental health? Like, this is it. This is your chance. We are a team. We are family. Like, just shoot, share. Come on.
Yeah, I feel pretty stagnant. You know, I feel like not that there's pressure to stay motivated, but like I want to stay motivated and positive, and it's just seems like really hard kind of, and you know, and I'm kind of struggling with that right now amongst like other things. And like I'm super grateful that like Matt and I have the jobs that we do. You know, I work at a hospital and he's, you know, the post office, and just I'm trying to put things into perspective of things I can say. And like I want to get better at making posts, you know, that are just, you know, engaging and, you know, positive. And it's just hard
I think just honor your journey. Honestly, like
yeah.
talk about how you're feeling. I don't think that we have to remain fake positive.
Right.
We don't. I don't think it serves anyone, right? What you could do is say, like, make a post after this call and be like, you know what, you guys, I was so down and I'm just struggling. And I have these moments where I feel great. And then I have these moments where I just feel like, I don't know how, if you want to just curl up and like watch a movie or fall asleep or what, like whatever it is that you're feeling. And I hopped on a call this morning with my team, and it was so great to get that positive energy from my team, from people that I love, from people that I connect with. And then ask people, what are you doing to stay connected with others? Like I think being real and I don't want to be a unicorn in this at all.
Yeah.
Right? I shared yesterday how I was struggling big time because I dropped my kids off, right? Like it feels so freaking weird. What if they say lockdown and I can't go get them? You think I'm going to be okay? No, right? I'm going to be a complete basket case. So I really think just honor that. Don't overthink that I should feel this way. You need to just feel how you feel. And then if you're in that, like yesterday I was feeling kind of restless, I think was a good word to describe it. And so I went out on my deck and I started reading my book, and I ended up falling asleep for maybe 20 minutes. And it felt really good, like, because I was just doing something to just honor your process right now. Be as real as you need to be. Talk about it in your stories. Show up as you are feeling, because everyone's going to relate, right? This is what I did today to help me with my mindset a little bit. I talk a lot about how fitness keeps me sane. Does that help?
No, it does. It does, you know, because I think a lot of the time I get too much in my head about certain things, you know, and it's good to talk about and to gain a better perspective of the realness of things that are going on to make me feel better about it.
Yeah. Well, and everyone is feeling like, I'm positive everyone on this call is right now is okay. And then later on today may have a breakdown. And then at dinner time may be okay again, right? Like we're all kind of in that moment. Somebody asked me yesterday and I was like, they're like, how are you holding up? And I was like, moments where I feel like I got this and moments where I collapse on the floor like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Right? Like, that's the reality of how most of us are doing right now.
Yeah.
So I had an interesting question from a friend too, that she has a tent. Where is Chantel from? Portugal?
Yeah, her family
Is from Portugal?
She's from here, yeah.
Yeah. So she, Renata, you might know Chantel. Chantel, yeah. So she messaged me yesterday because I was sharing something about like the free group and the free workouts, and I just sent her a link, and then she said, how far spread do you want this to go? And I was like, Chantel, like seriously, worldwide, if it needs to go worldwide, if this is going to help your family in Portugal right now to get some workouts that they can do at home, I don't, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't have to be North America, because you can only sign up with me if it's North America. Just get people active, support them however you can. And yeah, so it was a really like, everyone needs it, right? And that was probably made her smile that day. I can't even, my hairdresser is Italian, like their family, like they're very Italian. I can't even imagine what they're going through right now. So, so just be you, feel you. I started reading, I don't, have any of you guys ever read the book Love Warrior? No? Okay, so her name, the author, it's a biography, like it's her story. And I read it several years ago. It's by Glennon Melton. She's now just called Glennon Doyle, but it's Glennon Melton Doyle. And it was a book that when I read it, I swear I felt like she was saying my words. Like I was like, does she know that I was feeling that way? I don't understand how she knows. So she had that one, which was an Oprah Book Club one. And then she wrote Carry On Warrior. And it was her story of like, she started with bulimia when she was 10. So that went on for 16 years. And then she went from bulimia into like alcohol and drug abuse. And anyway, so it was her journey. So she just released another one called Untamed. And she ended up divorcing her husband. She has 3 kids, and she's married to Abby, the US soccer player, the US female soccer player, Abby Wambach. I think it's Wambach. So that's who she's married to now. And they met at a book talk where she shared in the book yesterday that she was literally standing, sitting at the table, and this woman walked in, and everything inside of her said, there she is, right? And so it was like, it's kind of their story, but she was talking about how when she became sober, she went to one of her first AA meetings and just kind of shared how, for the first time, how she was feeling. And this lady just said to her, feelings are meant to be felt. And so many of us try and like swallow that. And that's where it becomes toxic, right? You just have to, it's what you do with that feeling, right? There's some sort of lesson there for us. There's some sort of moment, and they're just meant to be felt. Yet we're often kind of not told, but like, this should, right? This shoulds. You should feel this way. You should be grateful for your life. Like she talks a lot about how, he's a great dad. She has 3 beautiful kids, had a beautiful home, book career. She should be happy. So that's why when I say like, I felt like she was saying my words, I was like, oh my God, yeah, I should be happy. I have this great life and a husband and 3 beautiful kids, and I should be happy, yet I want to crawl out of my skin all the time. So, so just allow yourself to feel, I think, is where I'm kind of going with it. So you're going to have moments of I'm great. And the more you allow yourself to feel, I think the better you're going to get through it. So. Anyone else? Max?
So I think what I'm struggling with is the overwhelming wellness, that's not a word, of how much is out there. You've got the big corporations that, all have the financial means to, put out all these free workouts. Oxygen is doing it now. And Steve, I think Renata, you work for Steve Nash, do you? So is that something I just saw your post today, or is that something your company is paying you to continue to teach? How's that work? Maybe you could shed a little bit of light on how the corporations are kind of doing that.
Yes. To be honest, like, I don't know. I know for that specifically, I get paid for that, 30-minute time slot. But other than my pay for remaining classes, honestly, I don't have that cleared up how it's gonna go. So
has that been a volunteer basis? Like, you're willing to teach a class and teach it online for the company, or is that your normal class that you teach at the gym?
It's not I teach Zumba normally, and then I teach other classes. I teach yoga, I teach just like circuit weight training classes. This specifically, they have asked for something that doesn't have Zumba music, because you can put Zumba music on Facebook. So I just picked songs that are not Zumba music, and it's called street dance. So yeah, I'm doing that. It's just like I have one more class scheduled, not a lot. So I'm planning on doing my own as well.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's the thing I'm just really struggling with, is just, how do we, and we kind of talked about this, I think maybe on another call, like just standing out. And I know what we have to offer, and I know it's so much more than just here's a workout, and it's the whole, coaching side, and it's just keeping people accountable. And I think our free group is great. But I just feel a little bit over, I just don't know where to so I feel like a ping pong ball that just keeps bouncing around, trying to come up with, should I be offering like a meal plan, or should I be doing this, or should I be doing that? And there seems to be, every time I turn around, there's another influencer that's, got all of that covered for free, join for 10 days. And here's kind of like what we're doing, right? So like, what happens to us after 10 days in our free group? And, how are we?
Honestly, I'm going to talk to people. Like, I am going to go live and say, like, what are we on today? Day what?
3 or 4?
4.
So I was thinking like Monday or Tuesday of I'll do a live today just to check in, because I feel like live videos, it pulls people in to the group more. They'll start fading away, and then you do a live and it brings them back. And then on Tuesday, I'm going to talk to them about, okay, so like we have a few more days, but these are the only workouts that we can share with you. And why we love our platform so much, and the value of having a coach. Right. And I think that's when you would go and talk to them. And I will do it very, very tactfully. I won't be like, you need to buy a challenge pack. Like, it won't be like that, because I'm not like that. Right. But it's the value of getting a coach to help through all of this. You can go into the Empower Squad group and steal all the files for the week plans, the meal plans, and just share them for free. Like, you don't have to ask for that stuff. It's all there. Feel free to share it. Like, you don't have to create your own. That's why Christina and, Sarah and I, we share as much as we can, because we want you guys to have the resources. So I think, like, coming from your perspective, Max, I think you really need to talk about like how the programs are structured for growth, how having a coach is the missing link, because you always have that accountability person there to lean on, that person that's going to check in on you, the person that's going to make sure the workout program is the right one for you, right? That's going to help you pick the next program. I think it's that. That's what I was saying. Right? And the other thing too is not everyone is seeing what you're seeing, right? So when you go on and you see the Peloton, like Margot is seeing so many Peloton ads because she's almost talking to her phone about Peloton. So that's why so many are coming up. And I know for a fact that happens because my son had massive bedwetting issues, massive, horrible. He would kill me if he knew that I was telling you about that. It literally just stopped this past September when he was 13. So, and what shows up on my Facebook feed all the time? Those therapy bedwetting things. Therapy bedwetting. I didn't talk about it to anyone, but it was just because it was constant in my life. Maybe my phone was in my pocket and I was talking to him. Like, so that's why you're seeing the things you're seeing, because of who you are, what you do for work, right? Not everyone is seeing that.
Mm.
They're looking for you. They're looking for those posts. They're looking for that stuff, but they're not necessarily seeing the same things that you are.
I was thinking about doing, you know, how we have our team call or our team workout on Saturday mornings at 10.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know for myself, I feel a little bit, no, I mean, I'm getting my workout in every day, but I almost feel like it might be good for me to set a time like 8:00 every day and reach out to everybody that I know has, well, actually just kind of put it out there. It doesn't matter if they're doing Beachbody on demand, but say, hey, at 8:00, I'm going to log into a Zoom call. If you want to just say, this is when my 8:00, you know, workout is, it might just get everybody sort of an opportunity, because everybody's home. Reality.
Yeah, that's what we were talking about yesterday on the workout. Marina, one of the coaches, she actually asked, can we do this more? So I was thinking, I actually really like working out right before lunch because of the fasting. I like that I work out at 11 and I can eat at 12. So I said I would schedule mine for 11 a.m. and then I can work at 11 and just throw the link up for whoever wants to join. But I love that idea.
Yeah. I think maybe we kind of all pick different time slots, right? Like, you know, maybe I'll do 8:00, you do 11:00, someone does 5:00. So there's, you know, we've got that to share with people, that, you know, some live calls. I filmed some mini workouts for my small group training people and found I had a YouTube channel. Who knew?
When you have a
well, there I am 2 years ago.
Channel.
I think when we did that ab challenge, Tamara.
Yeah.
I put it on YouTube. So anyway, and I didn't realize now it's all public, but whatever. So I just did that for my small group training people and put it up there because they already knew the circuit. So I just kind of went through the moves with them. So,
well, and the other cool thing about that is that if it's someone who's not in the free group or not, you can send one of the free workouts and say, hey, do this workout today while we're doing the other one. Right. So that they're doing that. Something. Yeah. But I was thinking, I was definitely thinking I would pick 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for me. Just, it's the best time for me to work out.
Right.
Yeah. I love it. We can definitely do like a schedule too. And if you guys create a Zoom link, let me know what it is, because then I can put it into a schedule and then people can hop on. I think it's so important for them. Right. So, yeah. Hi, Margot. Welcome back.
Sorry, I had to call, had to have a call with my boss from my work.
Oh, work.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So I'm back.
No worries. Does that help, Max?
Yeah, that's good. I think that's, I think it's all going to be, you know, I think the more time that unfortunately we're going to be out, the more people are going to start to realize they need more than just these off workouts here, there, everywhere. And I think that's, you know, they use the gym for the accountability, the social, all of that. And I think right now we're still in that, oh, I just need a workout here, I'm fine. And then it's going to get to the point that their motivation will start waning and they're going to need to be pulled in and be held accountable to something. And I think that's where, so we may not see the people coming to us right now, but I believe that, you know, give it 2-3 weeks without their regular gyms and routines and social connections,
and
they're going to go ahead.
Well, that's why I'm saying I think they're feeling paralyzed right now. I think most people are feeling paralyzed.
And too, as long as people are getting paid, because I have 2 ladies that were about to sign up and they're now, well, I'm not getting, like, one is in fitness and she said, right now I'm not getting off, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, some people are holding off because of the money thing.
Yeah, but then I also think when you're paying for one membership for a whole family, right? For the fitness and well-being of your family, not just for one person, right? So it becomes a little bit different in that sense.
I'm not sure what gyms are doing with.
Yeah, and their gym memberships are frozen. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. 100%.
So it's less expensive than the least expensive gym that most, like a lot of people go to, right? Is club or whatever.
Yeah.
$16 a month. This is less even than that. So I think we're in this a little longer than any of us probably have any idea. So eventually,
it's not going away anytime soon.
No,
I've already
I
made
think-
plans. We're making plans for the carport and to rearrange the garage and
yeah,
right.
I think it's weeks and probably months.
Probably months.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think at some point, like we mentioned before, it's the connection, Max. People are not going to be getting that from those little workouts here and there. And I think it's great that places like Oxygen are doing that because they have very, like dedicated people that do that, right? So it's good that they are doing that for their clients, but there's going to come a time where it's going to get a little repetitive. We already have this platform that's
Right.
yes, right? Like all the time. So I think Tamara's right, is that in time, people will be like, okay, this is not just this week or this week and next week. It's going to go on and on. And I think the most important thing is the connection. So today I'm ending my 21 days of my very first, accountability group. We've been doing it on Messenger, and it's just a check-in thing. I mean, you've seen Max popping in.
Yeah, it's been good. Good
And
connection.
I mean, I've certainly lost, some people along the way. They're still in the group, but they may be not saying much or whatever, but they're still in there, and we're going to continue through. And I think that that's the key, is just saying, like, after day 21, and my friends, it's day 22, right? we just keep going. So I'm going to add them, I think, some of them into our larger fit club with the team and stuff, and do that for the interim. And then I'm going to try to start another group in April and just say, you know what, we just keep going to what you were going to do before, right? I think so. Just keep talking to people, and I don't know. We have to try to keep this normalcy, I think, as much as possible too.
I think one thing, Max, is that you said that other big corporations, well, we are a big corporation, and we do have all those free resources as well. So you got to think of it that way, kind of change your narrative on how you see yourself, because you're thinking it's just you, but there's all these people around you that are willing to help and give you this like free resources and content. So instead of putting it all on you, you have to like take what's already been given to you and use it. And also what we give that is different from others is the accountability, the extra value, and the love that we actually show to our, like, the people that are around us. It's not just we want to get money, but we want to help people change their lives. And we have to remember that first and foremost.
And we have the time.
Yeah.
For a lot of us, not everybody like you, but definitely for a lot of us, we've got a lot more time to give that one-to-one, support and accountability.
Yeah, exactly. We have to remember that.
Yeah, good point. Thanks.
100%.
Is Renata's on this call, right?
Yes.
Renata, your workout was so awesome. I'm sure you guys already talked about it.
Thank you. The dance one?
Loved it. Absolutely loved it. I'm sure you guys talked about that before, but that was so clean and clear and crisp. And I'm supposed to be doing a workout for a few people, like 2 or 3 people at 10 o'clock this morning, but I need more space. I do have outside though. And my workouts wouldn't be quite so coordinated as yours.
How did you manage the sound, Renata?
For this one, because I did Zoom for a few of my girls, and the sound was not good. This was live, so
on
it was
Facebook?
really good. This was through Facebook Live.
Okay. But
Well,
with
hang
Facebook
on
Live,
a
can we use any music we want to?
Not necessarily, like we can't use Zumba music.
Well, I don't really use Zumba music anyway.
Yeah. So then you probably can, and yeah. So that's how the sound ended up being pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the sound was awesome.
I have a pretty big stereo, so I had pretty decent feedback from my Zoom call. Because what I did is I took my sound system and like turned it right towards my laptop, and then sorry, there was a giant ball that just came flying down the stairs. I was like, what is that? My chair. Well, I'll sit on that. And then it seemed okay. There was some sound distortion, but I've heard the hooking Zoom right, like doing it right from your computer. There's like a lag, like a major time delay.
Yeah, I tried to play music, and I will do it again today. But the people that were watching or listening, they said they couldn't even hear the music. So I don't know.
Yeah, I think you have to play around with it, because I believe you can play. I've heard it somewhere and I haven't tested it yet. Directly, like from iTunes on the laptop, as opposed to.
You can. That's what we were doing. So what you do is when you go down to share on your laptop, it comes up, and then you can click on share computer sound.
Right. Okay.
And then they would only have, and you would want to make sure that you set up your calls so that when people come in, everyone's muted so that it doesn't pull away, because when, as soon as there's any sort of someone who comes in and they're talking or there's noise or whatever, then it cuts, right?
Yeah.
So you can do that, but I heard with that setting that it, there's a lag.
Okay.
The sound was better, but there's a lag.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's
And
interesting.
then it's hard to watch it that way. Yeah. When there's.
So I just literally, I warned my neighbors. I said, I'm teaching Zumba from 6 to 7. It's going to be really loud. And they were like, yeah, no worries. It's all good. And then, yeah, it was really loud.
Super loud. Shayna King's like, teaching Zumba.
Because I had it pointed towards the laptop. So
You guys probably already, have I got this on mute? No, okay. You guys already probably know this, but I was just doing, day 2, or the 21 Day Fix Extreme Real Time. And you probably know this, but apparently I finally heard Autumn say that there's music. She has a Spotify soundtrack for 21 Day Fix.
They have them for a lot of them.
They're in the program materials.
So I wonder if people can just click on that and listen to it on their end.
Yeah,
well,
you can just go to Spotify and just call up like 80 Day Obsession, or a lot of the programs are all on. I use them in my class when I teach small group training. I sometimes will put that music on.
Yeah, Lift 4 has its own soundtrack too.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah, just go to Spot. You don't even have to go into Bod. You just go into Spotify.
Oh, wakey, eggs and bakey.
There you go. You learn something new every day.
I know.
Right?
I'm a smart cookie. That only took me 5 years to figure out. There you go.
Now you can get off the call. You've learned your one thing, Margot.
I'm on top of it. So if you guys need any advice,
we won't go to you. For technology, anyway.
I know. Now, on another note, and I know Max, and I'm going to send it to you. I have 3 neighborhood groups. I have a Provincetown neighborhood group, a Clayton neighborhood group, and a Clayton parents neighborhood group, or something like that. And I posted about Shaun T's kids workouts.
Yeah, I'd like to know about that.
Yeah, and I have received, on one of them, I've received 80 comments. On another one, I've received 40 comments. I have fired out so many of those free workouts, it's not even funny. And I've got all these people responding back saying, thank you so much. You're wonderful. You're awesome. Blah, 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 blah. So I haven't said anything more than that, but now I have like 80 new contacts. Yeah. Like, and they're very grateful for what I've sent them. So I'm going to, now I was in my post, I did say, and you guys, Clarissa and Tamara, you guys do Zumba Kids, so, and you teach. So I said, because of course I'm 55 years old, so me posting about little kids is, they're thinking I'm some sort of stalker or something. So I said in there that I, as a former daycare owner, which I was, and as organizer of one of the biggest kids shows in Cloverdale, which was the Here for Kids Expo and Pet Fair, that I understood how kids have a lot of energy, and they need to, especially with probably sensing what mom and dad are struggling with and feeling these days, that everybody needs a release of that energy. So I sort of posted it like that and said, I have some free workouts, blah, 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 blah. And it was very but I did say, because I just wanted to say in there, I said, I am a health and fitness coach, and then in brackets, but that's besides the point. These workouts, blah, 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 blah. So that if or when I reach out to them again, it's not like I'm trying to pull a fast one. I said right in my post what I do. And it didn't seem, people just, I still am getting a ton of people asking for the workouts. So
will you share the wording, like what you actually,
I will
share a post?
Yeah, I will do that. But yeah, use what you've, maybe what you've done in the past. You, Max, I mean, you have 2 kids, they're older now, but you know what they were like when they were young, and you've always been into fitness. So you guys were very active, and Tamara and Clarissa, of course, with your Zumba kids and all that stuff. Like, people will relate to you if you look like you've had some sort of connection with kids before. Anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I really love this idea. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I love it.
Like megaphone.
Maybe I'm gonna do that in my babysitting groups too, because then I'm part of South Surrey and White Rock, lots of childcare. So maybe people are just going crazy with the kids at home. And it's funny because yesterday I was talking to Tamara. I was like, now we're gonna see what relationships are gonna last in the middle of this chaos going on. Who's gonna still be married?
I know.
Besides having like the kids at home driving them nuts.
I know.
And now the couple, they
know.
have to mingle with each other.
I know. Too funny. And you guys too. I mean, I know you, Tamara, you did a Zumba for adults, but maybe even when you do that post, you, Clarissa, you offer up one, what do you call, live Zumba kids program, and we should all do it too.
We're only concerned about the music, right? Oh, we could do that.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
For a live class?
Yeah, well, if you can't use your Zumba music, but can't you use
I don't use Zumba music for Zumba kids at all. Like, never. It's all just stuff that they would know.
Yeah,
right?
So if Renata was able to do that, then you would probably be able to do that. I'm just saying that's another little free showing that you're actually, you do this. I mean, I loved Renata's. I thought that was so awesome. And I mean, Max, you teach. I used to teach. I mean, as I say, I'm not as choreographed, but I know how to teach a fitness class, and you guys can teach kids. Like, we really have a lot of, and Ashley, I know you can too, and everybody else that's on the call, but we do have a lot of experience in doing this. We're way more advanced than 90% of the population out there. So,
Yeah, the one thing that I'm being a little bit more cautious about though, Margot, is because my Zumba kids is how I feed my family, right? My Beachbody is how I feed my family. Right? So I don't have, same with Max. It's like her small group training, and that's how we pay.
But if you only did it once a week or once every 2 weeks or something like that.
Yeah, for sure. I don't mind doing like a couple of free ones. And with the Zumba class, we're actually gonna have like a small payment for it set up to even get the Zoom link. You're gonna have to put in like a couple bucks in order to go get the link to the class.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. Like I believe in the free stuff for sure to a certain extent. I'm not gonna do a free kids class every 2 or 3 days. And
no. Yeah. I wasn't thinking that. I was just thinking as a group, as all of us, everybody that's on this call, we all are of different ages. We all have different gifts and we can sort of show that. Like, I can share maybe what you have done. You could share what I've done. I love what Renata did. Like, we can all almost look like we're all fitness leaders individually on our own with a whole, ages 15 or 10 to 80 that we can cover.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Absolutely.
Just a thought, just thinking outside the box.
Absolutely. Well, all the ideas are good, right?
And I love Max's idea of socializing on Zoom. So our workout is 8 and then 11 with Tamara. I love that because I used to go to the gym just for the social.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And then I think we'll start seeing more and more people come on.
I think if we did like 30, can I ask a question, Tamara?
Yeah.
What does a Zoom, if you have up to how many people, is free unlimited time, and then how does the pricing breakdown work for Zoom?
It's 40 minutes. That's free.
40 minutes
Yeah.
for unlimited?
I don't think it's unlimited. I know for mine, it's unlimited time up to 100 people.
Right. Okay, and how much do you pay for that a month?
I don't. I chose yearly, and it was 200 Canadian for the year.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
And then if you have just like 3 people on, you can be on longer than 40 minutes, right?
Yeah.
3 people or less?
Yeah. With the free version, you can have unlimited time if it's just 2 people. So if it was like just you and me on, it's unlimited time. But then as soon as that third person comes in, it's 40 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
That's good to know, actually.
Are you on the call?
I have, I think my little Zoom workout today is just going to be Linda and Kim. So if it's just 3 of us, can I go past the 40 minutes
No.
then?
No.
Oh.
No. You
So
only
it
get one.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
You have to kick one of them off.
All right, one of them's got to go.
I don't like you that much.
You're
Okay,
not
you're
allowed.
not.
Or you
Delete.
you have it
Desperate
Zoom
times,
with one
Margo,
person and
pick who you
FaceTime with
want.
another, right? Yeah.
You are out of here.
Goodbye. Right? Goodbye.
Whatever makes us laugh, right,
I
guys?
know.
Seriously?
So I think
I
if
know.
we get Cards Against Humanity, we should do a team
We
team
should.
bonding call
I
with
gotta figure out
everybody.
why it didn't work.
We
I
should
think
try it on a
everyone was playing Cards
night.
Against Humanity last night.
Did you
Okay,
play
what
it? Did you end up playing it?
You
No,
would
we
never
couldn't
know,
get that one to
Margo.
load. We played what did we play? We played, some
trivia. Oh,
trivia. We played like a Pictionary one, which was pretty funny.
And I kept fall asleeping because I had no energy. My dinner was what? A soup?
Yeah.
I made Pictionary into charades
Yeah.
because I can't draw.
Way to go, Max.
Yeah. It was there's some fun ones on there. I ended up paying for the subscription as like $6 for the month.
Because now that's
you
what
can
we're going to
cancel
be
at any
doing.
time. So, and then I can host it on my Zoom because Zoom is unlimited on mine, and I have the thing. So, yeah, it was fun. We did like a trivia one. We tried to do a car racing one that we couldn't get working. But the Cards Against Humanity wouldn't load at all. So I just figured everyone was playing Cards Against Humanity.
No, I think it was because our third person bailed on us.
Oh, that's
what
right.
it was.
It wouldn't
Who
let
was
us
that?
play with just 2 people.
Yeah, the one who then sends us a message saying she's
Man.
Netflix and chilling.
Man, who is that? You know what? Get her off. If she's on the Zoom call, you get her off right now.
Delete
I don't know.
her.
What do I do?
I don't know
just
who
have to
she
say,
is.
I just clicked on the 3
Remove.
dots and it says remove.
It's all right. We spent the hour talking about you, Margo, so it's all
Yeah.
good.
Well, to tell you the truth, we went for a long walk. We did 23,000 steps. So I came home and then we ordered Greek food and I had that and I was kind of waiting and I said, what game are we playing? And then I didn't hear anything. And then literally just like you, Clarissa, I was like, oh my Lord, I'm so tired.
I fell asleep.
I know.
Yeah.
We will do it again. It sounds like we'll have lots of time to do this, and we're all gonna stay healthy and strong.
I'll put it in the team officially now in the team group is our game times as well.
Okay. Okay. Sounds good.
Social time.
Our social time.
Empower Squad social time.
Okay.
Hey, I'm game.
that was funny.
There we go. A comedian in our midst.
That was funny.
I got the dad jokes.
It's all good.
Let's do a picture.
Let's do a picture. Before. Did I get everyone? I think I did. So I will work out at 11 if anyone wants to work out with me at 11. Ashley, we're going to hop on a call after, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna get a time going for that. Yeah.
Well, we can just, once we hang up, we can hop on again. It's fine.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Does anyone else have anything they want to ask, share, chat about?
I just want to say I think it's really a time just to sow some seeds with people's lives because everybody is, like you said, paralyzed at this point. So if we can be sowing the seeds and like, you know, giving the free workouts and being there and like being like, how are you doing? Because people aren't going to be asked how you're doing because everybody's so concerned about themselves that there isn't that love that's being shared. And like, I was watching this little video that you like Oprah had put up, and she was like, this is not just a time of like, she's like, this is like a time where everybody had to take a step back and they got to look at what's going on around them. It's not just this virus, but it's other things in the world that we're just like destroying our world around us, and we're not giving each other the proper love and attention that we need as humans. So I think that was really important. So I think it's a time to sow seeds now, and then hopefully if we do a good job and we work hard at it now, we will reap those benefits later with like maybe people that actually want to, you know, sign up and stuff, because people are under a huge financial stress with not having jobs, not having, you know, not having their normal, and people when they don't have their normal freak out. So
well, it's easy to get stuck on those cycles, right? Like this thought, this worry turns into this worry, which turns into this worry, and then you're literally just like spinning because all of them just come flying, right? So,
and Renata, to your point earlier about saying people are maybe waiting now because of the financial stresses and stuff, and I think it's a good time to really remind people that investing in yourself a little bit is so worth it, rather than having to in illness or when something does go wrong. As humans, you know, people seem to wait until they have no choice. Right? And that, okay, now something's happened, so I gotta, holy shit, now I gotta spend this and that and medications or whatever the case may be, even maybe treatments, chiropractic, acupuncture, all that stuff is expensive, right? So, or whatever the case may be. But I'm just thinking for myself, because I know I'm running into that too. Maybe once this is all over or whatever, it's like, but you need it now, right? So being careful and staying genuine, I think, in why we're sharing this and why we've always done it and why we will continue to do that long after this is over, is you do have to invest in yourself. Regardless of what's going on around you, you are important and it's worth it. So, you know, I think when we run into that issue a little bit, because I'm not working right now, but I'm still going to get my Shaco every month. And, you know, like some things need to stay a priority, and our health, as we're seeing more and more, is that thing. If we don't have that.
That's what I've been posting about.
Yeah, it's preventative medicine, not, and like that's like, you know, keeping your body healthy, boosting your immune system through food, and not, okay, now I'm in emergency state, now I got to go to the hospital and get antibiotics. No choice. Yeah. And now we have bugs that are so strong against antibiotics and stuff that they won't be effective in the next few years. Like, it's ridiculous.
Well, and we also have medications that people can't access right now because our medication source is from China and nothing is shipping, right? Like there's all this, like the ramifications, right? The repercussions of what's happening. So my favorite quote when I think about all of this is, if you think wellness is expensive, try illness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Because illness is what's expensive, not wellness. And I know some of the information that I was like reading or listening to or whatever about this virus is like the highest death rate in China was the smoking men, because their immune systems are compromised because they smoked. And in North America, it's obesity, right? It's because we can't fight things off the same way because our body is dealing with obesity rather than doing what it's supposed to be doing, right? So it's very scary for a lot of people, for sure.
And one of the things I shared in a post was kind of debunking the 5 reasons of why people put their fitness on or their health on hold. You know, social gatherings, vacations, you know, no time, all those things. And I just said all those things are now no longer excuses. So if you don't use now as that time to start taking care of yourself, you know, what do you have? Because if you don't have, your health is going to be only the one thing that we have to help us if we do get sick.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, you've got the time, you're not going out, you're not, you know, all those excuses that we've been using for years, or people have been using. So kind of that's the way I'm trying to reach people is going, you've got the time now, why not use this as
and let's come out of this thing stronger and better than ever. right? Like we will get through it. It's going to be a while, but yeah, exactly. Like you say, use this time to actually, and I think it was Jasmine that was saying too, that, you know, to, better yourself and spend some quality time working on your relationships within your home with your, you know, I know I can use some, you know, help with some of mine. So now we have no choice but to have to look at each other in the face all the time. So that's all good. But I forget what the hell my point was now. I was going to say something else. I can't remember. That's okay.
Just taking care of ourselves and getting people to get that.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. Coming out of this in the end, you know, with
healthier.
This is the world righting itself, in my opinion. You know, it's too bad that we lose people, and it's super sad. And I think it was you, Jasmine, that was saying we're screwing up this planet so bad that now we are left with no choice but to actually do something about it.
Yeah.
Right. It's like the world has been trying to warn us with all kinds of different things, like stop screwing up, stop doing this shit. And we kept doing it. So out of all the bad stuff, we do see a few little things about how clear the canals are now in Italy, how the pollution has almost disappeared in China. So whose footprint is that? People, right? So here's the world going, okay, you idiots, now you're left with no choice to actually have to do something different.
Yeah.
So here we are, we're all home, but we can be connected. Thank God for technology. That was what I said in one, I think my last post, like, can you imagine not being able to do this? Like that many, like there's not that long ago, we didn't have this option of hooking up and getting online and feeling the connection with people, because as humans, we need that. We need it however we're going to be able to get it. So in the next few months, this is it. Yeah. And so let's get out of this on the other side, stronger, happier, more grateful, because we talk about it, but are we? Right? Are we really? Do we take everything that we have and be grateful for it all the time? No, I know I don't. It's easy to get wrapped up in the crap of life. So yeah, let's really try to get people to link arms with us virtually and come out of this on the other end stronger and better than ever. Right? And just, I think, like you're saying, sow the seed later on. You know, our genuine care is going to show. It's not just about, hey, let's get, because I know Margot had mentioned about, you know, feeling a little bit like an opportunist. No, man, we've been at this already a long time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, Tamara, for hosting.
Of course. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's awesome. Love you, ladies. Love you so much.
Nice to see some faces I haven't seen.
Absolutely. So I'll let you know when our next game time is. I am going to work out at 11. So I will post that if anyone wants to hop on with me. And I will, actually, I just need to run and use the washroom. And then I'm good to go right away. So, all right.
Have a good day.
Thank you, everybody. Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.